What's happening? Yes, we did it again. Yes, we did. Another episode of Real Talk Live. Man, we did it again. Let me just relax for a little second. Yes, we did. Man, what a long week. Long, rigorous week. So let me go ahead and pop the show off because we live on all the platforms right now. I let each platform have their individual live. That way I can vibe out with all the comments going across all the screens and things of that nature. As y'all can see, this is something different that I'm doing right now. You gotta have it on Real Talk Live. I'm up in the ante a little bit. Getting dapper dawn, as people like to say. Let me take a swig of this coffee. Hang on a second. And again, my name is John Crawley. One man, one more landscaping. I am that guy self-made out of Nashville, Tennessee. Definitely putting on for the city. Hey, that's who I am, and this is another episode of Real Talk Live. Let me get to my comments in God's hands. What's up, family? I appreciate you always tapping in, man. DS in the building. What up, bro? Dapper. Oh, man, I told y'all I was going to have it on. What up, Carl? Appreciate you tapping in, bro. If y'all want to get y'all comments on the screen, you can go to my YouTube page because I'm live on every platform right now. My YouTube is in my bio, One Man, One More Landscaping. I can put your comment up on the screen if you want to, or you can stay where you at right now because I'm live on all the platforms. So it just whatever's your preference, I get to see all the comments come up because I got 4 screens on me right now. And again, this is another episode of Real Talk Live, the 2-1, the 1st of February. Happy Black History Month to everybody out here. Happy Black History Month. Hey, this is a time where my African American persuasions get a chance to, highlight some of the accomplishments that we have made throughout the times and everything like that. So, happy Black History Month. So, again, like I said, it's another episode of Real Talk Live. Actually, 2-1, 2026. Ain't this year going by fast? 1 month down already. 1 month down already. You see what I'm saying? Golly, ain't this year going by fast? I told you it was. I knew it was. Goodness gracious. Can't believe it. Get through my banners on YouTube. And also, let me go ahead and get to my sponsors and everything like that. Anybody that want to support the cause and what I'm doing, anything of that nature, my website and everything, it's on YouTube right now going across his banners across the bottom. It's one man one more landscaping.com. www.oneman1morelandscaping.com. You can definitely go ahead and purchase you one of these good mugs. See, I got that good coffee in there. Hold on. This is the mug that's trimmed in green. That's a special edition. One more sweet. Hey. Or you can get the standard mug where I always grab out of the cupboard in the morning to give me that special juice. When I tell y'all, hold on, let me see what I can give you. And I take that sweet. 555. And we also on the website, we definitely have the hats. That's where we have the paperwork back in. My favorite colors, red and black. Go ahead and if you can, go ahead and support, get some merch. All the proceeds is actually funneling right back into the lawn care community. I use it to basically keep myself going at the expo because I spent over 20-some thousand dollars down there last year, so anything will help. And I also, the funds and the proceeds will actually go towards the lawn care community and helping up and coming lawn care specialists, landscaping specialists that might be going through a hard time. Those proceeds are going to go to help you because I know how it is when you're going through a hard time in that business. Hey man, reach out to Crawler Kid, man. We might have the proceeds in place to help you out. Or at the end of the day, man, y'all know I'm gonna do it on my own anyway. Just like I did at the expo this year. So that's it for that one. Now we'll go ahead and go to my other sponsor, Red Dog Supplies. Oh, Lauren. We locked in like this. You already know. This is the first brand that took a chance on Crawler Kid for real. That let me be myself. I didn't have to conform. They didn't want me to change. told me to keep that same energy, and we go see what'll happen. If y'all need anything, lawn maintenance supplies, blade, string, or any type of mechanical issues that you might have, Red Dog Supplies might have the parts for you. The only thing you have to do is go to www.reddogsupplies.com. When you finish the checkout, go on and slide that code 1M1M and go on to receive an additional discount. Because I'm in with this company. They took the chance on me, the first one. Now, in stating it, this was the first company to let me be myself. I have to keep adamantly stating it. Y'all know how I am online. They wanted me to be myself because they seen my vision. We had a chance to vibe out in real life. That means more to me than somebody trying to shove a piece of paper down your throat and tell you you're going to have to do it like this, like that. And I get it because they have to represent their brand, not knowing that I'm touching a different group of people that they can't reach. Hey, either they gonna figure it out or it might be too late and they teach. I'm gonna keep that to myself though. But we out on that one. And we already got Red Dog Supplies out of here too. Let me get to a couple comments on the screen for real. See what's going on. Let me see what's going on TikTok. I got all the screens going, not too much. What's going on TikTok, man? Appreciate y'all tapping in. Women the ones that's there. Stripe Leader, I see you on IG. Definitely blessing to be in position to help people up and coming. Yeah, for real. A Jizzle _550. Definitely gonna post some 17 down in that coffee, man. Hey, C Morton. I'm trying to do better, man. Right now we on some good coffee. If y'all seen my clips earlier today, it's a lady by the name of well, I'm not gonna say the name of the movie that she was in, but I saw the brand. She actually developed her own coffee brand. I took a chance on it. She kind of reached out to me, asked me what type of coffee I was drinking. So I reached out and supported her, bought a bag of the coffee. The coffee is really good. I ain't gonna even lie. It's really good. So I did a clippage on it today. So if you want to know what's in that cup, go look at the prior clips that I did today, because that's what's in my cup is Tamara's coffee. Man, the shit is fire. It's a good blend. The aroma carries throughout the atmosphere as you brewing it. And y'all know I like whole beans. I don't do the already pre-made coffee. I like whole beans. I like to grind it up myself. That way you get all the essence of the coffee. I'm a true coffee connoisseur. You see what I'm saying? So if y'all want to support her and her brand, once y'all hit that link, and I think I put it up on I don't think I put it up on Facebook. So Facebook forgive me. So y'all don't know what I'm talking about. But on YouTube, if you hit that link on there and you go to her page, you can kind of see who it is. So, and there's somebody I said that we've been in communications and everything, and we'll just see how things go in the near future. Just like I tell people, it's bigger than just lawn care. What else can you do to diversify yourself? I always talk about diversifying yourself within business. How about within everything you do? Not just business, if you in lawn care and landscape, but what else can you diversify yourself in? Social media standpoints, other different standpoints. You can definitely always keep diversifying yourself. Sooner or later, one of them will pop off. You see what I'm saying? For real, for real. So let me get to some comments on YouTube. I mean, on YouTube. Let me see here. Jones, what up, family? Hey, Calvin Johnson and tapped in. Cobb, what up, bro? And let me see, great deal. Appreciate that, man. Landscape, Acme. Hey, appreciate your family tapping in, bro. I'll be seeing what you be doing on Instagram. I definitely follow anybody that I follow. If your stuff come up through my feed, y'all know I'm always showing love, because I understand the power of that algorithm and everything, that you need a like and you also need a comment. And I always, everybody that I follow, if my stuff hit the feed and I got time to go through everybody, I'm gonna tear your feed up. Fires. Strong pump flicks, pump flicks, as I like to call it right here. So y'all know how I do, but we'll go ahead and keep the show rolling to make sure we got enough time to hit all the categories that I want to hit tonight. So y'all stay with me. Make sure my everything is staying straight dapper Don tonight. Okay, I love the image and everything that I'm bringing on Sunday. I'm actually having fun getting into my closet and just realize I have all this dapper Don attire that I don't get to wear no more. How about just changing? As my guy Shane says in South Carolina, you evolving. And that's my brother from another mother. But we're going to go ahead and get back to the banners on YouTube. We're going to hit the next thing now. Y'all know that I also have another I have a podcast, my own podcast that comes out every Wednesday at 8:30 Central Time. Let me say this again. 8:30 Central Time. That means if you on the East Coast, that's 9:30. If you out West Coast, that might be 6:30 that I come on, and I have my own podcast. Let me see, where is it at? It's right there. Get it across the screen on YouTube. Now y'all can always tune in, and this podcast that I do on Wednesdays at 8:30 is entirely on YouTube only. This is strictly for lawn care and landscapers. I've basically designated this podcast to give back to the industry, and this podcast that I do is so unique because it's actually rated R. This is not a rated PG-13 podcast. This is rated R and rated TVMA, because the guests that get a chance to come on can actually be how they are in person. They can be how they are when I talk to them on the phone. That's the only requirements. That's the only requirements, that you have to be yourself. If you want to drop the fuck bomb on there, hey, have at it, because the crowd and the people that's viewing the podcast will feel you better. If you want to highlight it with some explicit language, everybody that comes on my show is business owners. So I feel like, me personally, if you can't talk like yourself, the crowd won't feel you. They won't feel you as they could if you trying to cover things up. Nothing against nobody else, because everybody does things differently. But Crawler Kid, I want to have natural conversations with people when I'm on that LNL podcast. And that's one of the requirements. Because if you don't act like yourself on there, I will make you an example and I will put you off the show. If I know that I vibed out with you on the phone and you talk a certain way and you talk a different way, then you get on my podcast and try to put on a different face, trying to think that you're trying to appease to somebody. Listen, I'm going to put you off the show. And I don't want to make an example out of people. I really don't. But that's it on the LNL podcast. It comes out Wednesdays at 8:30. And I got some special guests again that I'll let y'all know the day of. And the reason why I do it the day of and not before, because people have real shit going on in their life. They might not can't do the show. And I done advertised and I'm going to have this person on and I'm going to be letting y'all down. So when I get confirmation that morning that they coming on the show, that's when I'll let y'all know who's coming on. Or you have to improvise, adapt, and overcome, and I'm going to have to substitute. You see what I'm saying? And that's what it's all about in life, is just being able to maneuver and substitute, basically improvise, adapt, and overcome. And that's my family's motto. So let me take a swig of this coffee real quick, because I have 2 cups over here. This Tamara's Finest. Oh, it's fine. With that special cream on top, don't nothing go down like a good cup of coffee. I don't care what none of y'all talking about. And the people used to say, oh, coffee is bad for you. You need to drink some tea. I don't have too many vices in my life no more, not like how I used to. But I got to have my coffee. I'm sorry. Let me get to a couple comments before we move on to the next section, for real. I think I already hit Jones. Jones, appreciate your brother always tapping in. My brother from Lake Charles now. Hey, if y'all haven't seen, go to LNL podcast on YouTube. And also, I'm on the Apple iTunes. I'm on there as well. I'm on Spotify. I'm on all platforms right now. Y'all just give me time to upload the rest of the clippage. Right now, I got the first 2 episodes up on the Apple podcast. Spotify, I got the first episode up right now. Y'all give me a second. I'm gonna upload the rest of them on the main platforms for podcasts. We in the mix. We're not going anywhere. Now, let me get to my next banner, because I have to, I already said something about the LNL podcast. It's coming on at 8:30. Now, my next advertisement I'm going to do It's for the good, the bad, the ugly podcast. And if you're on YouTube, you able to see the banners coming across. Okay? This podcast is actually my guys, my brothers from another mother, my brother DS Lawn Care out of Arkansas, and my other brother DH Lawn Care 2013 started this podcast, and they really doing their thing with it, man. It comes on Friday at 7 p.m. Friday Central Time. 7 p.m. Friday Central Time. If you're on the East Coast, it comes on at 8 o'clock. I gotta throw that disclaimer out there, man. For real, these are some solid guys. They supported me from the beginning. So it's only likewise that the door swings both ways on the level of support. For real. You don't meet too many solid people like here that don't have ulterior motives to why they fuck with you. For real. And I'm starting to learn that along my journey on what I've been doing with social media. It be so many individuals with ulterior motives, like we not trying to run our business, trying to run social media, and trying to do whatever we need to do just to make sure that we can stay sane. We're trying to build a business. But in social media, it's levels to it. And I'm still trying to figure it out. But these gentlemen right here that host this show, I support them because they support me. And y'all be sure to tap in with them on Friday at 7 p.m., man. They got a real good thing going, and they really similar to me on when they let guys come on there. They haven't had their first female guest, but I know it's on the way. I know it's on the way. But their guest is able to come on there and have a friendly atmosphere to where they can actually be themselves. And I feel like that is so important when it comes to this podcast or lives or any type of community that you have, to where people can be themselves and not trying to appease to everybody. Because one thing that I have learned with this social media shit, everybody's not going to be for you. You can't please everybody. You only need to have a targeted group of individuals that you trying to reach. Reach them, and they should be similar to you. You're looking for the people that are actually similar to you. And I met a lot of them out here in the country that understand that real deal grind, what that real deal, that grit is all about. When you got to get up every day and shit ain't going right, but you still got to be consistent and get up and run your business. I took the same approach to social media. That's what I've done. No different than nobody else. Just like a lot of individuals across the country have their own companies, especially in lawn care and landscaping that I got cool, and I'm really linked in with y'all. We had to be consistent to get on the level that we are right now. I took the same approach on social media. And I decided with my business, I'm going to be doing this until I die, until I can figure it out to put people in place, some real good skilled people in place to run the business when I'm not there. But like I said, there's levels to it. But when you one of the best in the country at what you do, that makes it harder and harder for yourself because of your level of experience and top tierness. You got to have big stripers out there on these yards because your name is on the line on how I was able to wiggle through these communities out here in Nashville, Tennessee. You just can't go out there and get anybody to go make tall grass short. It's even harder for me because you have to strive for greatness. It's just what it is. I'm going to figure it out. Because by the end of this year, I plan on having 2, 3, maybe 4 trucks on the road. But I have to figure it out, and you can't cheat the game of life. And you have to develop your own training material, your own training processes, your culture or your business, so you can reach that top tier and that upper echelon. You see what I'm saying? And it's possible. It's so possible. Just keep reaching for the stars and it'll fucking happen, man. Big shout out to DS and DH Lawn Care, bro. I love y'all to death, man, for real. And y'all know I got y'all. And there's some other big shit that's popping, that's coming out, that's dealing with this expo stuff. Because DS got his own icebreaker event that's coming out, and we go get into that. I'ma always go make mention of that, but I have to wait on my brother to put his stuff out, and then we go pump it. We go pump it because it's something big that's happening right now within this community. There's a shift that's happening. Whether you on board or you off board, it don't even fucking matter because the players are in place. They willing to take a chance on themselves and put themselves out there. A shift is happening. Everything ain't the same no more. This 2026 is called evolution. It ain't the same how it was 4 or 5 years in lawn care. Hell nah, it's a different ball game right now. Cause it's big stripers out here. It's people that really care about their business. They really want to grow. That's what it's all about. Not putting on these masks and everything to run your business, because why in the fuck did you even start your business if you have to continue to wear masks? Why? They call it being professionalism. Man, miss me with that shit. My clients respect me more when I be myself around them than carrying on this facade and trying to be something that you not. For real. I'm dead serious. Y'all don't think my clients follow me on social media? And everybody that's been in with me for 2 or 3 years, y'all know how I was in the beginning. You think my clients didn't see that? Huh? You think I lost any of my clients? I did not. I didn't. I didn't lose anybody. You know why? Because skills to pay the bills. When you have skills and you really take pride in what you do, they can never take your skills and your knowledge away from you. They can't. And I'm really starting to understand that deeply in my heart. They can't take it away from you. And you can only get better and keep evolving in life. It's continued education. To the ones that thought I was going to be the same as I was 2 years ago, look at me now. Did they see this? The Dapper Donnas, they didn't see this coming. Did they see me pull off the Illinois ball? Oh no, they didn't see that coming. Did they see me being one of the first content creators ever to have his own event at the expo, Quip Expo, that everybody feel like it's the you know what I'm saying, the marquee of the lawn care landscaping industry? Did they see me doing it? They didn't. They put me in a box, and I knew it. I know. But it's okay. I'm okay with it because we're going to continue to diversify myself in this field. Now, let me take a swig of this coffee real quick, and we'll slide to some comments that's coming up. Give people some recognition. Hang on. Five. Let's get to some comments real quick. You said, Will, you growing? I appreciate that, Mama Sita. I appreciate that. For real. Let me see, my boy. And Time to Cut Landscape. This is the solo show tonight, bro. Like, sooner or later, I'm going to be able to slide people on in the comments. Hey, Action Jackson. Just make sure it's all makes sense at the end of the day. The story will be tell the truth, all truth anyway. Hey, Action Jackson, for real. Hey, you were so memorable. I ain't gonna lie, bro. At the Ellendale ball, and then I knew who you was when my family came up and said something to me. She said, you gotta add somebody named Action Jackson at the door. I said, man, that's my guy with the dog, man. Let him in, bro. I said, man, he gotta get in. That's my brother right there, man. I rock with dude. He's solid. He's solid, and he doing this thing wherever he at. I see he doing snow removal. He got his lawn maintenance service, landscaping that he do. Bro, I see what you're doing, Action Jackson, bro. I just appreciate you for rocking with me, bro. It ain't going unnoticed, for real. I appreciate you. And then DS, big facts, absolutely. Okay, I'm just sliding through my comments on YouTube right now, because YouTube, if you want to slide over to One Man, One More Landscaping on YouTube, I can put your comments up on the screen. So, but we go slide through all these comments before we move to the next note card. Okay, hold on, let me get back. Oh, we're gonna get into that, DS. You know, I got that in the news section. I ain't gonna never let them let that down. They gonna have to hear about that every week. What you talking about, Willie? Is that Big Snow watching? Hey, what up with your Snow? I appreciate you tapping in and all the advisement that you give me, bro. Man, you be locked in, man. I told you that I'm looking at you as you my mentor, and I've never asked nobody in the game yet to be my mentor, but you it. I'm always gonna call you for advisement on what I need to do to help better myself, because I'd rather do it on my own. I just need the knowledge and just show you that I'm willing to apply the knowledge that you give me to get to the next level, bro. That means everything to me, for real. I ain't gonna even lie. Now we'll go ahead and get to the next no call, which is the spotlight of the week. And I have not thought about this. Who am I get a spotlight of the week to? I'm gonna give it really. I just mentioned I'm gonna give it to Big Snow, the owner of All in One Lawn Care. I'm gonna give that man the spotlight of the week. And I'm gonna tell y'all what. Between me and him, but he didn't hit me out so much here recently, just by some phone calls, and he solving problems for me like real quick, just telling me how to do things and solve shit for me real quick. And he local, he down here in Nashville, and I've been seeing his trucks ripping and running across Nashville for the last 5 or 6 years since I've been really active, even longer than that. He got a fleet of personnel that's out here servicing properties for dude, for real. And bro, it's just big hats off to you, because I see where I can take my business to and how big I can get myself. That means the world to me, just to actually see that what real deal grinding and staying consistent is all about. Bro, it's everything. And just having fun with the journey. Cause I remember when I had a conversation with you, Snow, and you told me, bro, you remind me of me 30 years ago. And for you to say that let me know I was on my way. Like, I'm gonna figure it out just by linking up with some real people in the community that ain't no gatekeepers. Somebody that's not intimidated of me and my motion that I got going on. That's gonna pour into me. Them the people I'm looking for. I'm not looking for nobody in the industry that's looking for something in return other than being genuine, because I'm not no really fucked up dude. I'm taking everybody that really genuine. I'm taking you with me. We're not going alone up to the top, because I'm not stopping until I die. And I was able to make this much spliggity splash in 2 years online. What you think the hell I'm gonna be at in 5? What y'all think I'm gonna be at in 5 years if I keep on splashing the way I'm splashing? But we're gonna keep the show going. Now let's go ahead and get into the I forgot a story from my past. Oh, the show is getting on the way from okay. Let me get into the story from my past, and I'm gonna talk about this happened to me back in 2023. And Lawn King, man, bro, what up with your fam? I'm just vibing out. This is the Real Talk Live, bro. This is why I'm live on so many different platforms across my table right here and everything, my studio, and get a chance to just vibe out with the community, just talk about things outside of lawn care, which we gonna get into that shit a little bit later on in the show. So we'll get back to story from my past 2023. I think it happened in March. That's when I realized, and I finally woke up mentally, when I realized how individuals was taking advantage of me and taking advantage of my kind heart. Cause the people I thought was my friends and looked out for me, they didn't really look out for me like it. It was so fucking lopsided to where I was so top heavy in hipping people out in my life. 2023, it was an eye awakening for me personally, to where I got to look at all the individuals around me. No disrespect to them or nothing, but that shit been lopsided. From that moment in my life, I started cutting people off left and right, but I didn't do it in no calm manner. Man, I was lashing out at individuals for real, because I was not in a mental state to where I felt like I was pointing the finger still that it was their fault that they was taking advantage of me. Me not knowing that I left myself susceptible to be taken advantage of, because if people is keep coming at you with their problems and you providing solutions for them, why would they not keep coming at you to solve their problems with their hand out? If you keep on saying yay, 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 they supposed to keep coming and burn you out until you stop saying, until you start saying, no, 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 I'm not going no more. 2023 was the reckoning, to where I cut off so many people in that year. I cut a lot of people off, and I didn't do it in no friendly manner. I'm talking I cut people off that had ties with me. Some 20 plus years, 10 plus years, cut they ass off. From that moment, I started increasing in life. Trying my best not to be the bad guy during that moment. Trying to keep the peace, like giving people the benefit of the doubt. The signs was always there, but I kept giving people the benefit of the fucking doubt. And I kept them around me. Until 2023, I got real vicious and I started lashing out and cutting people off. I was so vicious to where I was getting into it with business owners. I was getting into it with a little bit of everybody that I felt like it was a level of disrespect. Until I kind of started slowing my mind down and just knowing that it's all your fault because you allowed it to go down. I stopped shifting accountability and put it right back in what I had control over, and that's me. Evolution started happening. I started evolving in life. And then you fast forward to 2024 to when I introduced myself online. Y'all seen how it was when I came out. It wasn't no secret. End of my day, I'm smoking good and drinking good because I feel like everybody that's in this field, you at least you can look forward to doing something when you come home from working that hard. But not knowing that I was setting myself on the pathway of destruction because my mind was so clouded that I couldn't do what I needed to do to grow in business because what I felt like that I needed to do to unwind was hindering me. So I scaled all that shit back. Last year I came out totally different. Look what I was able to accomplish all last year. My business flourished. I went up. I made more money than I ever made in my life in 2025 because I kept evolving. I was able to pull off something that I didn't even think it was possible, but I had the idea and I pulled it off last year with the expo, the L&L ball, and everything else that I accomplished. I pulled it off. No help from brands, nothing like that. No, I did it on my own and the help of the few that put some money up to support me. Just all I needed. I pulled it off, something that nobody's ever did. Then you fast forward to next 2026, look how I am right now. Real calm, mellow, because I understand I had to train my mind to take me to another point in my life to where it's continued growth, continued elevation. You can't be the same. You see what I'm saying? It's all about continued growth. If you keep chiseling at it like that, you will eventually evolve into something brand new and nobody can ever take away from you, for real. So, and that's what I got, just bringing y'all up to speed from the story from my past. Now we'll get into some comments right now. Okay, let me see here. Big Snow. All right, hold on, let me get the Big Snow. 30 years in the game. Oh, man, you know it, Snow. I ain't running. Hey, I gotta give you flowers, bro, for real. Hold on, I'm sliding through my YouTube. If y'all want to see the comments, y'all go to YouTube, one man, one more landscaping.com, or you can be comfortable and stay on the platforms that you are. But I'm going through my comments on YouTube. Stripe, Big Snow Flex, now he is. Don't let him be modest and everything, cause I'm gonna give him his flowers he is, cause he deserves. He's 30 years in, bro. He's supposed to be how he is for real. And that's my mentor down here in Nashville, whether he know it or not. Let me see here. Facts. AJ Clay, not Claytor, appreciate you. Truth, we are a solution to other people's problems. We are. True statement. I appreciate the love. Let me see here. All of these comments coming through. You got to do that to grow in some ways. You do appreciate that, big sis. No disrespect tolerated. Facts, evolution. Yes, you do have to evolve. One love, bro. Oh, man, you know I got you, Snow, man. I'm always going to put you on the platter, man, because a lot of times, especially when it's regarding our people, we don't give each other our flowers really because that shit is baked in us from history. So, and I just got to be different, man, because people doing some amazing things out here in this Black History Month. And people have done some amazing things, but it's just such a division within our own people that I can paint it out, but the only way to beat the dough down is to show that you don't have to be like it, and you can still link up with some real people and get some real money. And to my white chocolates out there, nothing against y'all. This is just something within our race that we just have to continue to deal with. Cause I fuck with everybody. If y'all don't know that by now, I do. Cause I love my white chocolates. I ain't gonna even lie. And it's all love over here for real. Cause I love my white folks, man. Hey, y'all good people. Even though some of y'all fucked up and I call it like what it is, but y'all are some real good people. For real. But it's majority just the older generation that's kind of trying to perpetuate what's going on out here. But we gonna get into that later on. Then let's get into the banner so I can head on to the news and the politics. But first of all, let me see here. Let me get to the news about this 2026 Expo because it's definitely going down again this year. If y'all thought I did my thing in 2025, 2026 is gonna be even bigger and badder this year. It is. It's going down. And since I got my banners going across the bottom of the screen on YouTube now, to the other platforms, don't y'all know? Don't y'all know? Check this out. 2025 was my first year going down to the Expo. Out of 924 exhibits, online presence is what I'm reading. They ranked the booth of One Man, One More Landscaping number 14 out of 924 exhibits down there in Louisville. I was ranked number 14 with online presence. How is that possible? Unless I might be walking into my calling in life and what I'm doing, which I'm linking up some real people in the country. How? How is that possible? And I'm number 14, 924 exhibits. I can't make it up. They sent the numbers to me in my exhibit dashboard. That's what I was ranked. So look at where I'm sitting at to where I have to do better. 14 out of 924. The level of the impact that I done had in this community. Ain't that amazing? Think I'm finna stop? You crazy as hell. I'm gonna do this shit till I die. Cause I know I'm reaching people and I'm helping people. Cause they seeing what being consistent and hard work actually look like. I don't have it all figured out, and I'll be the first to admit that, but I don't mind getting on that phone and calling for some help to figure out what moves I need to make. To see how can I better myself in my business that will in tune better my family. And still plus look out for everybody in the community who don't know no better. How can I figure it out? We just gonna take it one day at a time and we gonna keep going. That's all I got to say about that. But I am ranked number 14 out of 924. And I have bragging rights on that all the way until October the 21st. It's the opening day for the expo this year, 2026. And I will be up there with a bigger booth. 10 by 20 this year. Yeah, I got a bigger booth. Yeah, the L&L Ball second annual is going. It is. The Best Dressed Award, you know the money pile gonna go up. Best Dressed Female and Best Dressed Male. The money pot is going up. Last year, what I give out a half a rack a piece. This year, half a rack meaning, for the individuals don't know, that's $500. I gave out $500 a piece out of my own money. This year, $1,000 a piece. Best Dressed Female, Best Dressed Male. Had that shit on. You might walk away with the crown. It's the L&L Ball, man. Ain't never seen nothing like it. It's so big, even my guy Diaz told me that that's on another note. We're gonna bring it out later on. But the city of Louisville know what I pulled off down there. They know about it. Because I took a chance on myself and I was willing to put up that type of money because I believe in myself. That sometimes that's what it takes for you to be successful in business, is just to believe in yourself. That's it. And then just figure it out along the way. I'm not gonna tell you nothing. I'm not gonna tell you nothing that I'm not gonna do myself. That I'm not trying to do myself. I'm not finna do it. It ain't no need. When you just be all the way yourself and be 100, that way, if somebody asks you, did you say that 6 months ago? I absolutely said it. Yes, I said it. Not finna take anything back when you can be yourself and not have to wear the mask of the camera. Why would I do such a thing? And then they meet me in real life and I'm totally different. Man, I can't even live with myself. Honestly, I can't. Then let's get to some banners. Let's go ahead and keep the show going. Now, we're going to get into this winter storm Fern. And first of all, I got the banner going across at the bottom of the screen. This is on some local shit. This is on some local stuff because I know Winter Storm Fern basically crippled a lot of the country from all the way from Arkansas, Oklahoma area that came all the way across the United States and crippled a lot of individuals. A lot of people made an exceptional amount of money, especially the individuals up north. They caught 12 to 24 inches of snow. They was pushing snows for 2 or 3 days, more snow than they ever seen in their life. What they about to get ready to build them commercial properties is unheard of. Is unheard of. But locally in Nashville, Tennessee, I can only talk about our city. Our NES department is underneath so much heat and flack because of their response to this historic storm that came through that nobody can be prepared for it. Our Nashville electric service is catching so much hell because the elected officials, the individuals that got elected in place, need somebody to point the finger at on why people are still without power in Nashville, Tennessee to this day. There's still homes, subdivisions, different parts of town that don't have power. But check this out. How can the hell can you plan for an historic storm? How? If anybody have seen the clippage that's going across the internet regarding Nashville, Tennessee to see how many trees has hit the damn ground, how in the hell can NES, our electric service, plan for when there's power lines down across the whole state? So they expecting somebody to be prepared for that? But yet, they getting the finger pointed at them because we can't prepare for an historic storm. I don't like shit like it. For real, me personally. And I don't like our elected officials just pointing the finger at them and everybody looking for an scapegoat. And that seems to be the way of this country right now is individuals looking for an scapegoat who gonna take the fall for something massive that's happening. I can't even blame NES because I feel like they getting the power on as soon as possible. Bro, we got so many trees down in Nashville right now. We probably won't be the same until at least June or July. I can't make it up. The landscaping companies down here probably having so many calls coming through of an influx in business because there's so many fucking tree limbs down here in the city. But yet NES is catching the blame because they can't get to putting up all these power lines. We're having to recruit different electric services from different states to come help us out. I can't make it up, man. It's just a big shift of blame, and I don't like when people shift accountability. There ain't nothing they could have did about it. And I'm just actually defending the NES department because I know this is a historic storm, and I'm actually going through it, receiving calls for me to go through and make some extra money during this time of the season when it's supposed to be the slow time. So that's enough of that one. And also, what's going on in the Carolinas, especially in South Carolina, y'all don't catch no snow like this. What's going on? And we're going to get to some comments real quick. Hold on. I've been seeing a lot of comments come through. Hey, Coach Kemp. Hey, bro, keep doing your thing. You on IG, keep doing your thing. He got his own. He's an exercise guy, built up like the Hulk or somebody. Really in tune with exercise and also done picked up lawn care and landscaping. He's doing his thing. He's gonna have a record-breaking year this year. And let me get to some on Facebook. Tuck Moore, appreciate you for tapping in, bro. We go scroll up and let me get the YouTube. Let me see Johnson. You got it for a little while longer. Okay. I still got the crowd. Yeah, you do. You do got the crowd. DS said you got it for a little bit longer. He do. He got bragging rights for all year. He was the first annual. Hold on. And I lost the tablet on TikTok. He got the bragging rights all year. Let me see here. It said coming out of Arkansas, best goes to DS Lawn Care. They want the best dress award for the L&L ball, man. It's gonna be interesting if I win. I'm right the fuck. Stripe needle, my brother. He said, Not white chocolates, yeah, that's what I call them, my white chocolates, because they understand some of the struggles that that the African American persuasions go through. So I refer to them as the white chocolates because they understand. But it's nothing against nobody else. It's just what it is in this country. Let me say our biggest competition is our own mind in the mirror. Hey, Virgin Lawn Care, you just said one of the realest statements ever. It is. We our own worst enemy is ourselves, and fear holds a lot of individuals back. You be scared of your own shadow, scared of success, scared to take chances because you so used to running your business a certain way. But if you trying to grow in business, you will never grow unless you change it up. How would you know it won't work if you don't try it? You will never know. You won't. And it's just what it is it's just what it is out here, honestly. And I'm actually starting to figure this shit out. It took me a while, but I'm getting it. And I'm finna take some super high risk this year. Like I'm back in the trap. I'm finna take some big risks. But except in these risks, you can only grow your business. If you make a mistake, if you already established, you will make enough money to cover those mistakes. But if you hit the lick and you got it because you took calculated risk, your business will flourish bigger than you ever imagined. It's because you weren't scared to take risks. For real. Dead ass. Now, let's move the show on. We gonna get on into this ICE. Oh my goodness. ICE is under pressure right now across the United States. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, oh, they killing folks. They got people actually they got marches across the United States right now on what's going on. The new acting the ICE the head director. I heard a couple of speeches from him he did a press conference. Well, excuse me. Where he stated that the ICE agents are basically getting treated like shit on them trying to do their jobs. That's his come off. But everybody knows, if you don't know, like I'm not too much I'm not in agreement on this whole ICE approach that's going on, because I actually feel like that it's just marginalizing a group of individuals. And I get it. I understand that they could have came in the right way. I get all of that. But a lot of these individuals that come here actually help build this country. There's a lot of companies that took advantage of these individuals that help build this country. How about you go talk to some of these farmers or some of these individuals who can't get people with Social Security cards to go do the jobs that these individuals would do, that they get targeted and marginalized against. And then you got these ICE agents that's on the run. They all over the news right now because they have killed a couple of Caucasians. My white chocolates have got, they done bit the dust. Now it's such a fucking uproar. Because, forgive me. I have a couple of individuals that I, collab with, and they told me that it's because of the white people getting killed that now it's a problem. That's just what I've been hearing. You know what I'm saying? I have a lot of political analysts that I consult with, and that's what they said, and they actually Caucasians. That's what they say. And they said that it's so marginalized regarding their race on they actually applaud this shit that's going down out here. Not everybody. I'm not grouping everybody in the bunch, but when I talk to my white chocolates, they tell me certain things that happen behind closed doors that a lot of people are unaware of. So I can understand. I get it. Because this how this country is built up. It's really on a division state, especially right now. Division is at its best. It's at its best right now, and it shouldn't be like it. It really shouldn't. But then getting back, I don't want to get off topic now. This ICE right now, they catching hell. I'm hearing reports they getting spit on. There's a lot of Americans that's intervening when they're trying to do their process on what they do. I get it. They feel like they are the victims now. I get it. But the individuals that they're, picking up and things of this nature, they're keeping the media out of the living conditions regarding the individuals they pick up. You have not seen any of the living conditions on how they put these people in these camps and everything until they actually get deported. It's so inhumane, it doesn't make any sense. It's from my reports that I'm hearing. I can only give you the news. This is what this platform is all about. I don't like it. I think it's marginalizing a whole group of people. With my ethnic persuasion, I have dealt with this a lot in my lifetime, so I understand what they're going through. It's just America. It's just what it is. Nothing against nobody. I'm just going to paint out what it is out here. Because that's your First Amendment right. And per my reports, because I go across all aisles, I talk to all the races and they let me know what's going on so I can get up in front of y'all and give y'all the news. So, hey, I really hate it for you, ICE, but it comes with the territory on the job that y'all signed up to do. So it's just what it is. So we'll move on to the next title. Now, the next title that we're gonna go across is leading the airways right now. And if I'm not mistaken, some more Epstein files done came out, and it's looking pretty damning for a couple of high-level officials and everything. They're getting released in these files. Now, I've never seen some files that's getting hid from the public on the state that is getting hid. Now, I've talked to a lot of accounts, a lot of individuals I look to as my resources on how I'm able to bring the news and everything. And it's just looking pretty damning. I hate to keep bringing, President Donnie up, but it seemed like a lot of us, it's a group of individuals that just feels like that he's really deep down all in these Epstein files. And they're doing everything in their power to cover them up. To just kind of make sure that certain things only get disclosed instead of the full hoorah, as I like to say. Let me get a swig of this coffee before we talk a little bit more about these files. It's really interesting. Because I be looking at, I look at a lot of opinions online. I look at the news outlets. I look at CNN. I look at Fox News, MSNBC, Max News. I look at all the news outlets. I'm just not one stream. I try to get a lot of different feedback from as many news agencies as I can. And then I'm able to format my own opinion towards this. It's just really interesting. I think a lot of people is putting all the eggs in one basket. There's so much damning information is going to come out regarding these files that is going to change the whole dynamic of the individuals that's in power in this country, because they was actually indulging in some of the activities that Epstein was for, and he was making money off of it. So, I'm just giving you the news on what comes up to me. So, okay, let me get to a comment. Let me get to a comment. 556 ATK. What did it say? Them files just dumb in my opinion, and it's not my problem because it's not making me no money. Laura, I'm gonna get into that in a minute. I'm just gonna go over the news on what's going on. I'm gonna get into your comment for real, because that's how I'm gonna get into that. Ice done went rogue for real. They can't do it like that. They can't, big sis. They can't. They get crazy. I get it. You said just a little bit. they can't do it like that. You are absolutely right. They get rogue. They quick at the trigger. They scared. People is attacking them and everything. I get it. Hey, let me see here. Y'all be forced to do big landscape installs soon or maintain. So, okay, let me scroll up. Okay, I appreciate your comment, Darian Brown. Appreciate you. So, and I got the Epstein file out, and I'm gonna move on to my last thing, and we go stamping on that, man. And it's what I like to stamp on: the importance of actually being self-employed is everything. And I talk about the news, and we talk about everything that's going on, like political and things of that nature. We can talk about all this shit, but none of this stuff that we talk about is actually putting money in your pocket towards being self-employed. For real. And how hard it is to take a rigorous ass road and just start someone young. Do y'all know how hard it is to actually build a successful business and actually keep it sustainable? That's some really, really hard stuff right there. And I'm saying this because it's worth the journey on doing it. If I can make any recommendation for anybody who still has a 9 to 5 and they looking for a way to become self-employed, this is what I would instruct you to do. Start your business right now while you still have a 9 to 5. You need the 9 to 5 to keep up your financial obligations. You need it. Okay, you just can't stop your 9 to 5 and just think your business is gonna flourish out of thin air. No, 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 no. In the beginning stages, keep your 9 to 5 to keep up your financial obligations. What you're gonna have to do is get used to losing sleep. Sleep. When you get off from that 9 to 5, when they drain you for them 8 hours, 9 hours, 12 hours, or whatever shift you have to sign up for, you can't clock out yet. That's when you work for yourself. And you put 2, 3, 4 hours in every day. What I did, I used to work the 9 to 5, get off, hook my trailer up, go out and cut grass until it got dark. I did both, a double bubble. I did a double bubble until my side hustle, which was my business. I made more money doing my side hustle than I can ever imagine doing on my 9 to 5. And check this out. For the individual that look down on a $25 and $30 guy, I did more money than my 9 to 5 charge of $25, $30 a yard. More than that. I did more than my 9 to 5 charging that amount of money. For real. How is that even possible? But I did. And I kept going. Not knowing that I was actually transitioning to what I was going to turn into, me not knowing. Until it all came together to where everything that I was involved in bubbled up to a head. When I was in the trap, 9 to 5, and I had One Man, One More landscaping going. I picked One Man, One More landscaping. And then when my season finally got into the springtime, I went up higher than I ever went in my life. And then I started learning about the business aspect of it. And that's what I'm still learning to this day. But in stating that, I started while I was at the 9 to 5 until my business caught traction. And then I chose myself. I was forced to choose myself, but I'm glad that I did. And I was successful. That's why I'm before y'all right now. I haven't worked a 9 to 5 in a long time. If I do go help somebody make some money, it ain't no 9 to 5 pay. I'm on top tier pay with it. It's on some damn on some partnerships type stuff. Because I'm not no 9 to 5 worker no more. Like, I understand my worth. But it takes you building something up so you can understand your worth. That's why it's so important that a lot of people think it's so far-fetched for you to have a business. And it's so far-fetched that when you feel like you can make more than the 9 to 5 can pay you, but you can. You just have to start. The moment you start, your experience starts. Guess what happens when you get a lot of experience behind you? That's when your price goes up because you have experience. There's no situation that can come up that you can't handle because you experienced that. That's what happens, for real. I can't make it up. That's why I'm in the situation I'm in right now. And I'm not where I want to be, but I'm better than I was last year and the year before. So if I'm going up every year, what's going to be my measurable mark after I get through 2026? And I accomplish everything I want to accomplish in 2026 because I'm willing to work my ass off to get there. What's going to be my goals for 2027 when they come in? If I'm going to knock all the goals that I'm going to set for myself in 2026, what them goals going to be? Totally different. It's because I kept going. Y'all looking at me. I'm in year 16, going into year 16, me being in lawn care and landscaping. I'm going into year 9 while I've been out on my own. And I'm getting ready to take some real big chances this year that I'm gonna be nervous on taking. But if you don't not really, if you're not willing to take the risk, how can you be real? How can you accept or prepare yourself to accept what comes with it if you're not really, if you're not willing to take the chance? That's all I got for you, for real. Big rewards come when you take big chances, and it's calculated chances. You don't just do things out of thin air because you're taking a chance. Everything you do, your due diligence and making sure that you have an understanding on what you're trying to do. It'll work out for you in the end. Let me see. Let me get to his comments real quick. He said, Crawley, franchise, one man, one more landscape. Bro, it's coming. Stay with me. Stay with me, bro. I got to figure this shit out from this lower end. It's going to get up there, bro. And I'm going to take people with me for real. It's coming. Keep speaking that real, bro. You a big mentor for real in lawn industry. One day I hope to be as big as one man, one more landscaping this year for me, and I believe I'm on the right path. Bro, you are. Stone is lawn maintenance LLC, bro. You on the right path. You are. Just keep going and keep working on your experience, fam. That's the only thing you have to do. They can't take your experience away from you. Fuck what everybody talking about. You're gonna grow naturally. Just make sure you have fun with your growth, bro. That's it. Just make sure you have fun with it and just enjoy your journey and just enjoy getting stronger within business. You're gonna take some losses. It just is what it is. You gonna lose to learn how to win big. It's messed up. Just think about this. I'm gonna leave y'all alone at this because I'm past the hour. Everybody that literally, if you look in any sport industry, everybody normally they lose first. And they get sick and tired of losing. And they figure out what are they doing wrong so they can become a winner. I think it was Jeremy Talbert. He said a comment to me in my on Instagram before. I can't remember. I know it was Jeremy that told me. He said, everybody's successful. They're standing on top of a pile of bad decisions or losses that they have took. Everybody that's become successful, they're literally standing on a pile of losses. That's how they get there. You gotta lose sometime to figure out how to win. If you're not willing to lose, how can you know how to win? Because everybody don't have it figured out. You listen to some of these guys, it won't happen to you how it happened to them. But you can take bits and pieces out of what this person done, what this person done, and what that person done. And you can put it in the sum that you have going on and it'll pop off. And I'm going to tell you why, because you know yourself. They don't know what the fuck you got going on because you're not disclosing everything on what you got going on. They don't know. For real. Can't make it up. But if you be real with yourself, you figure out where you going wrong in life and you willing to address those concerns and stop fucking running from it, you will turn into that person you need to turn into, and you will start being successful in life and start winning. And just realize it's all mental. Everything that everybody's going through in life is predominantly all in your head, and it's mental. Because the pathway is already laid out and it's been done by so many people. And you might feel like that you can't walk those pathways and get there. As long as you follow the rules of engagement, you can get there. And I'm telling you, I'm a walking testimony of that now. How the hell y'all think I'm able to pull off the shit I'm able to pull off unless I'm following the rules? And I know I'm going to get there. If they let them do it, they're going to have to let me do it. And I'm going to leave it alone at that. No company out here that's bigger than you is better than you. They just started years ago before you, but you started now. Years in the future, it's going to be individuals that didn't start that will be looking up to you and said, man, he on the level I want to get to. And you go, no, I just started and had to go through the bumps and bruises. And then you there. And I'm gonna leave y'all alone at that for real. I gotta get up off here. It's past the hour. Well, I appreciate y'all for tapping in. It's another episode of the Real Talk Live. This will go on every Sunday until I die, until I change it up. Y'all stay with me for the Real Talk. I mean, for the L&L podcast coming out this Wednesday, 8:30 Central Time. If you on the Pacific Time, that means it will come on at 9:30. I gotta keep throwing that out there for real. If you're on the West Coast, it'll be coming on at 6:30. But I appreciate y'all tapping in. Y'all stay with me till later on, and we'll do it again next week. All right, I'm gonna end. Nah, we're gonna keep YouTube on for last. Okay, let me see which one the lowest thing. Facebook. Appreciate y'all tapping in. We'll do it again another time, and we'll launch it. Okay, we'll get that up done. Okay, let me see which one lower. Looks like TikTok y'all done fell off. I appreciate y'all TikTok for tapping in. Everything I stated, I was supposed to state within this time frame. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Y'all stay with me to this. Well, I won't be back on here live again until I do it during the week up in the blue, or this coming up Sunday. I think it'll be the 8th. I'll be back on here for another episode of Real Talk Live, so y'all stay with me. And let me end that in. Okay, now let me see which one. Okay. Hey, IG, appreciate you. Coach Kemp, bro, you know we locked in, fam. I appreciate you always the continued support. Appreciate the information that you gave me regarding the cameras. I don't ever forget this stuff. It's real people that's been doing this shit for a long time. I'm a sponge. I listen to what y'all say, and I'm applying it slowly but surely. But I appreciate y'all on IG tapping in. And then we're going to end that. And then we'll share that one. Okay, that way. Hold on, let me share this one real quick. Let me get two. And then we'll vibe out with YouTube for a little second because it's still 15 people looking. Hang on. Let me get this titled up real quick. Real Talk Live. Because y'all know I edits nothing. It ain't no need to edit nothing. It's just my approach that I took. Okay. And I appreciate y'all tapping in. Craig Coleman, 4982. Just follow the blueprint. No need to rewrite the wheel. Yeah, you got to rewrite a song. You follow others' blueprint, but how it happened to other people, it won't happen to you. You're going to have to rewrite a song, but don't rewrite it all the way. But some of it's going to have to be rewritten just to be unique to how you grew up. What your focus is going to be unique to you. But don't rewrite the whole wheel. Just maybe 25, 35% of you going to have to rewrite it, for real. Just to accommodate how you want to do things. But you are correct. You are so correct. But I appreciate y'all tapping in. I'm going to get up out of here. It's time for me to come up out of the time. Oh my goodness. Thank y'all for tapping in, and we'll do this again next. Well, I'll be on YouTube this coming on Wednesday at 8:30 Wednesday for the L&L podcast. Well, it's gonna be a damn movie on there again, but y'all stay with me to later off for real. I had fun. And I'm out.